Okay, so speaking of bubble teams, we're going to talk about the bubble teams right now. So I pulled this from Hoops HQ website. This is the general last four in, first four out, next four out. I think it's a pretty solid list, and that's part of the reason why I pulled this one up. But the last four in, according to Hoops HQ, is Santa Clara, VCU, SMU, and Stanford. Now, the only one I kind of disagree with a little bit is SMU, just because they haven't really been playing great basketball the past couple of weeks. However, neither have really any of the other teams that are outside looking in. So the Hoops HQ first four out is Indiana, Auburn, Cal, and Virginia Tech. Now, I really don't understand why Auburn is getting so much love. I get that they beat Florida at Florida, but that was before Florida really was hitting their stride and before they were playing the way they're playing now. If Auburn and Florida played today, Florida would win by 60 points. I'm sorry, but they would win by 60 points if they played today. And I don't think these two teams are slated to meet up in the SEC tournament, but if they did, Florida would absolutely kill them. It would be murder. That's how bad that game would be for Auburn at this point of the year. I'm just sick and tired of hearing the Auburn buzz right now. There is no reason for it. They are below 500, so they do not deserve a spot in the tournament. I'm sorry, unless you win your conference championship, if you have less wins than losses, you do not deserve a spot in the big dance. Because there are so many teams that have more wins than losses, are above 500, and they have a decent resume. Auburn, not one of those teams, and I'm sick and tired of people pretending like they are one of those teams. And we can all blame Bruce Pearl for that. Thank you, Bruce Pearl. The other two teams that are the first four out, we've got Cal and Virginia Tech. Now, out of the first four out, I think Virginia Tech probably will end up getting in. I like their path in the ACC tournament. I think it's pretty favorable. Assuming they win their first game, they would go up against Clemson, and that's a team that they have beaten before. They beat them once at home by more than 10 points. They lost to them by less than 10 points at Clemson. So this is a team that Virginia Tech, I think, is very comfortable playing, and they have a similar playing style to Clemson, but I just think Virginia Tech is a little bit better offensively, and I think that is what kind of gives them that edge there. So I think Virginia Tech could make a run to the semifinals to likely play Duke. I don't think they win that game, but if they play it close enough, they could make an argument to be one of the last four teams in. I think they have the strongest argument right now. Cal, not so much. I don't really like the way they've been playing the last part of the year, and they're not in a great spot in the ACC tournament. They played Florida State in their first game, and Florida State, despite their not so great start and not so great midseason, they've been accumulating some wins quietly, and nobody's really been talking about them. And I posted a TikTok about Florida State as well, but just kind of go into it a little bit. They lost only 2 games in February. They haven't lost in March yet, and Cal is trending the opposite direction. So I think Florida State, if they beat Cal, they could possibly make a run in the ACC tournament as well. And frankly, Florida State has a better record than Auburn, so I honestly just replace Auburn with Florida State as the first four out. I'm sick and tired. Like the Auburn word, like the word Auburn on my screen is just, it's irritating right now because of the way that they have been talked about for frankly no reason. I'm sorry, but there's no reason for them to be talked about like this. They have not had a great season, and yeah. The next four out after Indiana, Auburn, California, and Virginia Tech is New Mexico, Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, and Cincinnati. New Mexico, they just haven't seemed to really want to win in the month of February and March. They just haven't been playing well. Oklahoma State, kind of in that same boat. Oklahoma and Cincinnati, kind of the opposite. They've been winning a lot of games. Oklahoma had a crazy win, or overtime win, over Texas recently, and that's part of the reason why they're in that next four out conversation, because Oklahoma is one of those teams that is heating up, and accumulating some good wins. Cincinnati, kind of in that same boat, but they heated up a little bit sooner than Oklahoma. So out of the next 4 teams out, I do like Cincinnati the most, and I think out of those 4, they have the best shot to make it into the March Madness tournament even over some of the first 4 out teams. I mean, I like Cincinnati more than some of these first 4 out teams.